Alright guys, surely seen this X sign, this Xact logo on my head a lot because I always wear this cap because Xact Nutrition is actually one of my favorite cycling company to collaborate, and they have been fueling my adventures, my challenges, my races for over 4 years now, and I'm super grateful to partner up with them again this year as now they are expanding into the US. So in this though, I'm not the one who's gonna give you guys 5 nutrition tips, but actually Lawrence and Alistair from Xact Nutrition, because last month we recorded some videos for them social media and their businesses and their marketing in a studio that I recorded and I filmed for them, and there was just so much good knowledge shared in those little segments that I thought it was a must for me to share here on my YouTube channel. You will learn a lot, and trust me, about nutrition, electrolytes, recovery, carbohydrates, protein. So as of today, Xact Nutrition is now available in the US. So my friends down there, you've seen me eat those bars a lot on the YouTube channel over the last year. So you can now put your hands on their bars. So there will be timestamp in the description down below, and feel free to jump to whatever piques your interest. If you have any question about the products, leave a comment down below. I'll be more than happy to give you guys some feedback and some answers. And if I don't have those answers, I'm sure Lawrence or Alistair will go through the comments section and answer you guys as well. If you're interested in putting your hands on these products, use code CHARLESWIMET10 either on the Canadian or US website, and you will enjoy it, and this will prevent you from bunking. Trust me, you will not regret getting a box of these.
A common question, and we find it in the cycling community a little bit more often than in the running community, is can I just drink my carbohydrates? That means, can I put a powder into my drink and just go with that as my energy source? So the answer is yes, but it has some challenges with it, which are namely, you have to drink all of that fluid in order to get those calories. So if you look at 100 calories of energy in a bar this size, and then you think about 500 milliliters of water holding another 100 calories, yes, you could add more. That's got some other problems. But the real problem with that is you've got to drink all of that 500 milliliters in order to get those calories into your body. Why not just add more? The problem is that the absorption rate gets slowed down when you put a lot of sugar into fluids, and it can cause gastric problems. Just by eating these bars, yes, they could always be helped with a little bit of fluid, but they end up being absorbed a lot more simply just being eaten alone. So when it comes to an athlete pushing hard over a number of hours, they could be trying to consume maybe as many as 300 calories in 1 hour. That's eating 100 calories every 20 minutes, eating a bar every 20 minutes. So if they're going to try and aim for 300 calories, that means drinking 1.5 liters of fluids in order to get all those calories in. That's not an easy thing to do. Maybe they'll get that much amount of fluid in on a hot day, but when it comes to a cooler day, and for cyclists where they may not sweat as much as a runner, that's going to be a real hard task. And so that's why eating is a much more efficient and more condensed version of consuming calories. However, it's always a good thing to maybe do both, which means eat your calories and drink your fluids, and you'll be able to get both the calories in at the same time. When it comes to nutrition and sports of different lengths of duration, it can also mean a different way of approaching your nutrition plan. So when it comes to something like a 5K race, which could last you, for some people, less than 15 minutes, but for most people, 20 to 25 minutes, or maybe even a little bit longer, what you can find is you don't need to eat anything during that run. Possibly you'll be thirsty at the end, and so grab some water when you finish that race. But now as we go to bigger distances, the half marathon, the full marathon, where you're spending hours of running, that's more likely where an added energy source, like an energy gel or the Xact fruit energy bars, are going to be pretty useful. A half marathon, you may find yourself with that sort of slightly higher intensity pace than a marathon, aiming to eat a bar every half an hour. So that's an Xact energy bar every 35 minutes. When it comes to an even longer distance like a marathon, well then it's the same thing. You keep taking them in. Sometimes it might be hard to take one every half an hour, but every 45 minutes can work as well. Now, go to much bigger distances, ultramarathon distances. This is where you can find hours and hours, maybe even a day's worth of running out on the trails. So here you're going to start mixing in other foods. If you can, and you could keep stomaching energy gels every half an hour for 24 hours, I'm pretty sure you could do quite well, but that's a pretty rare case. It always helps to eat some real food as well. So what I suggest is adding things like bananas and chips when you come to the aid station, eating other food, and then while you're on the go, so between the aid stations, trying to stick to that model of every 30 to 45 minutes eating an energy source like the Xact Energy. So that's a combination of not just simple carbohydrates, but you're also getting in more complex carbohydrates, some fats and some proteins, all of which are going to help the body with the energy it requires, but it's also going to cut that kind of hunger you get after a long time of running and not actually eating a real meal. So that's a very quick summary of how to approach an ultra marathon versus a half marathon. Either way, simple carbs are good for you, and the best thing to do is the more you eat, the more chance you'll be able to perform at a good level for longer. We're going to talk about glycogen. So glycogen is the carbohydrates that are stored inside the body, mostly in the muscles and in the liver. The body holds around about 500 grams of glycogen, which is about 2,000 calories. So that can last for, let's say, a run for about an hour. For some people, it might be a little bit longer. But what happens is those glycogen reserves start to deplete, and the expression hitting the wall, when the glycogen starts depleting enough that the body starts slowing down. And so the whole idea behind an energy gel or the Xact fruit energy bars that we're able to keep those energy levels topped up. It's like putting more gas in the tank while you're on the journey. And so the best thing to do is think it can be between 30 and 45 minutes, but taking a bar every 30 to 45 minutes helps you keep your energy levels up and stops you from hitting the wall. So that's the whole idea. So remember, glycogen stays in the body. It can help us for around an hour, and then eating energy gels like the Xact Energy Bar can keep our performance levels at a higher level for a longer time than that. The more you eat them, the better chances you'll have of keep on going fast over a longer time. So there you have it. There is the quick summary on glycogen.
Quick pause, guys. If you're getting any value right now from this video, please do not forget leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you aren't already. This helps the YouTube channel more than you can think of. All right, let's get back to it.
So people talk about protein as in it's what's used to build muscles in the body. This is true. However, it does many more things than just build muscle. It also helps repair muscles, and it also helps do thousands of little things inside the body, from hormonal to things like growing hair. So protein has a major role in the body. Typically, your average person has about 0.7 to 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight. That means if you weigh 70 kilos, which is about 154 pounds, that means you're going to eat about 70 grams of protein in your day. It's not too much. But when it comes to being an athlete, that typically goes up to about 1.2 to 1.5 grams per kilogram. So that's almost doubled. Now, if you're a high intensity athlete going through a period of bodybuilding, that could go up to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, which then becomes quite a lot. So that's why we eat protein bars, to be able to easily get added protein into our diet, concentrated source, in a very sort of compact and ideally tasty way. And so that's the thing that we like about the Xact protein bars. It's 15 grams of protein in a tasty way to get added protein into your diet. So there you go. That's the summary on protein. The question often asked is how often and how many electrolytes do I need in my fluids? The key to it is it's the combination of electrolytes with fluids. Our body aims to have a balance of the two, electrolytes and fluids. It's intracellular and extracellular, which means it's inside the cells and between the cells. What happens if we don't have enough electrolytes is that the body becomes unbalanced and it becomes very difficult for the body to absorb the water and hold the water. What it'll actually try and do is flush. But what also it finds is it's harder to do a lot of operations like muscle contraction when it comes to not having enough electrolytes in there. So what we want to try and do is maintain that same balance of electrolytes. It is not easy. Certainly not easy if it's a very hot day and we have to do a lot of thermoregulation, which means controlling the body temperature with fluids, because that's the only way we can cool the body down, because a lot of it's being sweated out. The idea is, what we should aim to do is put a tablet in each of our bottles of water so that we can maintain that fluid balance of electrolytes and water. The more we drink water, the more the balance comes across. The chances are we're not aiming just to eat electrolytes and not drink fluids. We should gauge that more either by thirst, if we haven't got a good plan and we don't really know how our bodies are going to adjust to the different temperatures and the amounts of sweat we require, or over the months of training we keep an eye on our body weight before and after the training and get an idea of how much we lose. It's always okay to lose a little bit of weight. It's definitely a good thing to lose a little bit of weight when it comes to sweating over a 2-3 hour workout. But what we don't be losing is a lot, and what we certainly don't want to be doing is gaining more. All that to be said, aiming to keep the balance right and then just getting the right amounts of fluids into our body as we do our workout is going to help us perform our best. And then when it comes to race day, we'll always get the best out of ourselves.
Hi everyone, my name is Lawrence Colesell. I'm one of the owners here at Xact Nutrition, and I'm going to be talking to you about our Xact Energy Fruit Bar range. Simply put, these bars are a tasty alternative to energy gels and energy chews. But firstly, why do we need energy gels or chews? Simply put, the body needs carbs to perform well during any effort, any endurance effort like running, cycling, but also even in team sports, hockey, soccer. Our bodies have some reserves in the form of glycogen stored in our muscles, but they'll only last us for about an hour. So the longer we work out for, the more we need extra carbs to keep performing. And this is where energy gels and energy chews, or for that matter, Xact Energy Fruit Bars come in. However, gels and chews don't exactly have a stellar reputation for tasting fantastic. We wanted to make something better tasting, and what we found was that the French pâte de fruits from the Auvergne region in France is typically a fruity treat, is an ideal energy source and easy to eat. So we partnered with some of the very best authentic producers in France with the savoir-faire to help us make the ideal energy fruit bar. And voila, Xact Energy Fruit Bars were born. An all-natural, delicious way to top up your energy during effort. They're soft, melt easily in your mouth, and it makes them perfect for eating during an effort. Some of the main benefits: natural and simple ingredients, really easy to eat, and more importantly, easy to digest. Loads of feedback that they're really easy on the stomach. 25 grams of simple carbs per bar gives you 100 calories. They're a small, compact format, making them super portable and easy to move, easy to carry around. They don't melt in the heat and they don't freeze in the cold. We've had these things tested down to -30, even -60 in polar regions, Antarctic and Arctic. They're not sticky and they don't get messy like a gel can do. So what are our recommendations for using Xact Energy Fruit Bars? With 100 calories per bar, they are used during or just before an effort, the same way as you'd use an energy gel or chew. For example, 15 minutes before a workout to start with a good blood sugar level. Then eat 1 bar every 45 minutes during an effort. This may even be more frequent depending on intensity level and the duration of your workout. Some people eat them as often as every 20 minutes. The blackcurrant bar has added electrolytes, 50 milligrams of caffeine from a natural source, and E-Beat has a double dose of electrolytes and is high in iron. You can get the best out of the caffeine by taking it early on in your workout. 50 milligrams, for reference, is pretty much similar to an espresso in terms of caffeine quantity. If you're a real caffeine fan, you can alternate between blackcurrant and other bars for a regular dose of caffeine throughout your effort. In Canada, we have 6 flavors available: orange, apricot, strawberry, maple, and the performance range we have blackcurrant and E-Beat made with real beetroots. And there you have it. That's the Xact Energy Fruit Bar range from Xact Nutrition. Hi folks, Lawrence here from Xact Nutrition. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about our Xact Protein Wafer Bars. It's our tasty protein and sport recovery bar, or a recovery wafer. Our bodies need regular protein to build and repair muscle tissue, no matter what kind of activity you're doing. Protein also does a whole bunch of other stuff in our bodies. In particular, it also helps replace glycogen reserves, which is an important part of the recovery process for people who train regularly. No matter what protein is doing in the body, the harder we train, the more protein our body needs to recover effectively. Protein is in most foods, but protein bars are a quick and easy way to get extra protein into your diet. so it's really a convenience argument. However, they tend to be dense, a bit heavy going to eat. We wanted to create something that you would actually enjoy, really look forward to eating. And so our Xact protein bars have a light, super crunchy texture, making this chocolate wafer a tasty treat, not just after a workout, but also a nutritious snack at any time of the day. Each of our bars contain 15 grams of protein, both plant-based and dairy, depending on the flavor, and come packed with vitamins, including vitamin B, which is a really important micronutrient for metabolizing energy and protein in the body. It makes them perfect for recovery after training or after racing. Having said that, thanks to their great taste and awesome texture, folks are telling us they're not just packing them in their gym bag and using them as a recovery bar, but also taking them on all sorts of adventures, long rides, long runs, where a tasty treat is enjoyed. So the main benefits of Xact protein: 250 calories per bar, 15 grams of protein, no matter which flavor, and it's in a really small, light, convenient package. You've got all the essential ingredients for muscular recovery to help replenish glycogen stores, post-workout, but also boost protein synthesis. Added vitamins are there to help boost recovery. Ideally eat within 2 hours of your workout, but the sooner the better. We've got a really nice diverse range of wafers with delicious flavors, with both whey protein, dairy protein, in chocolate, vanilla, and coconut, and most recently our plant-based range. We love these bars so much we got inspired by some of our favorite desserts. We have banoffee pie, a classic from English cuisine, think a blend of banana and toffee, cinnamon cookie, and lastly, lemon pie, my favorite. People describe the texture as somewhere between a Kit Kat and a coffee crisp, and that gives you an idea of why they make the perfect treat to go with your post-workout or your post-ride coffee. And there you have it, the Xact protein wafer bar range. Hi folks, Lawrence from Xact Nutrition, and in this short video, I'm going to be talking to you about Xact Electrolyte Sport Hydration Tabs. These are our sport hydration tabs designed for optimal hydration. So our bodies will perform better when we stay hydrated, especially when active for a long time or on particularly hot days. An important part of hydration is having the right mix of electrolytes in our fluids. Drinking just water by itself for a long time can actually dilute our body's reserve, our electrolyte balance. And we even start to absorb water more slowly, that feeling you can sometimes get of feeling water sloshing inside the stomach. Designed by sport nutritionists and athletes in Canada, we looked at the science of sweating and hydration in order to develop our tabs, and to develop in a way so that they best help our bodies absorb and retain fluids, as well as replacing essential minerals that we'll actually lose through sweating. Plus, from a practical point of view, they have a really subtle, dialed down flavor, not sweet, not fizzy, so you can keep on drinking them all day long, making them ideal for those longer rides and longer runs. So our low fizz, subtle taste formulation ensures optimal hydration, replenishes electrolytes, and contains micronutrients that really are essential to have good athletic performance. Xact electrolytes, they're not sweet, dialed down flavor, ensure you remain hydrated throughout those long runs, rides, and adventures. People ask why we haven't added carbs to our electrolyte drink. The reason is that even though it's great to get plenty of carbs in, eating them is a better way to get a lot of calories into your body during effort. Otherwise, if you're depending on fluids for carbs, you have to drink 500 milliliters of fluid each time you want 100 calories. For those aiming for 200 plus calories per hour, that's a lot of water to be drinking, especially if you don't need all that fluid. Staying hydrated can start before a workout or a race, and is also important afterwards. If you've sweated a lot or have worked out for a long time, think to keep on replenishing electrolytes after you've actually finished your workout or your race. So in terms of Xact electrolytes, the benefits are that you replenish electrolytes, there's essential micronutrients also in the tabs. It's essential to maintain athletic performance, plus we have highest sodium content of any product on the market. 520 milligrams of sodium will help maintain optimal hydration. It's a low fizz, dialed down flavor, and also contains a good dose of vitamin C and iron, plus other electrolytes like magnesium, potassium. The tablet format is also super convenient, no need for a scoop, no errors in dosing. It means less mess, less waste, plus super portable. They still even taste really good, even when your water in your bottle or your hydration bag gets warm. Very low calorie, just 15 calories per tab. How do you use them ideally? Each tube has 10 tablets. You just add one tablet to a standard 500 ml water bottle, and wait a moment for the tablet to dissolve. Citrus Bang flavor has 50 milligrams of caffeine from a natural source, guarana, so it's another way to get caffeine in and an excellent boost on long hot days. The other flavors are lightly lemon, and we also have a plain with no added flavor.
Alright guys, so this is it for today's though. I really hope you enjoy all this knowledge shared by Alistair and Lawrence. If you do want to check out their products, there will be a link in the description down below with the discount code. And as I always mention, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't already. And my name is Charles, and I will see you guys on the road or into the next video. Peace.